Several hundred neo-Nazis gathered earlier in a suburb of Berlin, and what they were demonstrating for, and the reason they chose today to do it is the 30th anniversary of the death of the infamous Nazi Rudolf Hess, who at times served as a deputy to Adolf Hitler. So these neo-Nazis gathered. They had the intention to actually march to the prison where Hess committed suicide 30 years ago, but they had their way essentially blocked repeatedly by about 1,000 counter-protesters. So they were never able to actually complete this march. But any sort of neo-Nazi activity, of course, very controversial in Germany, which is where the Nazi horrors originally took place. And the attitude of the German government has been to allow freedom of assembly, to not prevent these neo-Nazis from demonstrating, and also freedom of speech within certain limits. Many Nazi symbols and slogans are in fact banned. However, there is generally, as we saw today, a pretty large contingent of counter-protesters who come out, and it's the reason for this is, of course, and we saw this in the United States, in Boston as well, but the reason in Germany that people are coming out is really to send a message that this should never happen again, to try and meet these ideas with counter protests. So we saw that some minor skirmishes, but no violence. But of course, a very emotional situation in Germany, especially seeing what's happening over there in the United States. Ira Spitzer, CGTN, Berlin.